Welcome back to BattleTech for my attempt to do something a little bit different. I actually managed to find a difficulty 3 mission, which was hard, you know. I went to Detroit first, and when I came there were no missions available in the system, but 4.5 missions in the neighboring system, which got me thinking, you know, I came here for some easier stuff, and then you say, hey, don't you want to do something more difficult way over there? No, I wouldn't have been here then. So I went to another system. In that system, there also wasn't a mission there. But I got a contract for a difficulty 3 mission back in Detroit, where I just was half a month ago. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Apparently, the game is actively trying to say, you know, don't do this. But you know, we're gonna give it our best shot. I'm gonna bring the Atlas. I think it's too good for its weight to not bring it. But in order to stick to our a 3-star drop tonnage, I have to bring a pretty light accompanying lance for the Atlas with a Centurion that is a little bit different than the Centurion you know, because this Centurion has an AC-20 instead of a lot of long-range missile launchers. Also has a little bit more armor than my LRM boat had. The Griffin is pretty much similar to what we've been using in the past, only instead of a PPC, it has a large laser and 2 SRMs. And then we have a Jenner. I wanted to use a Jenner for quite some time, but never did, so now we do. It was kind of the main reason for why I wanted to do this, different format, because I wanted to say, here, I need some reason to use my Jenner. Well, in Macro Online, I believe I mentioned this before, but in Macro Online I was always among the rather light end of the mech spectrum. Like, I have very fond memories of piloting Generals there, Cicadas, to lesser extent, to slightly lesser extent, Centurions, and the highest mech, and the heaviest mech that I've had much fun playing with was, I believe, the Cataphract. So also ready a Cataphract, just basically, I basically picked mechs that I did it like in Macro Online. But this game really doesn't give you much reason to go for a light mech loadout, because there's few things that you cannot solve with armor and firepower. And higher weight normally transfers rather well to armor and firepower. So, yeah. We'll see. It's just a 3-star mission, it's a battle, but, I don't really have a choice in what scenario I pick, so let's see what's going on here.
Command interface initiated.
The satellite pictures showed the hostile lands touching down. Move up and make contact. Let's see what they're dealing with. Expect serious resistance.
Ready for action, Commander.
So we have a bunch of people that probably haven't seen much screen time yet. I mean, in the episodes you watch. I believe Mockingbird might have had screen time, and Decker, of course, because we had him from the very beginning, had a little bit of screen time, but not much. The rest, I don't think so. Move the Atlas up.
Affirmative.
We're in next to it.
Hostile on sensor.
Or do we also already want to put the Centurion into a flanking position? Kind of the idea behind the Centurion is, have something that's a lot more maneuverable than the Atlas or a Highlander would, that can, flank the enemy and hopefully get a few shots in with an AC-20 from behind the enemy. Also has jump jets. Not a full complement of jump jets, but a few. So the question is, where do we want to go? Because we could also go somewhere else, but the Jenner can also take care of that. Let's go here. Not entirely certain how much further I wanted to go in here, because, the spawning mechanics and battles that I think I mentioned last time might just try and kick us in the bud. But I think we're just gonna try and ignore it and see what happens. So these guys are gonna go far in here. Oh yeah, I like that speed. Oh damn. I finally found a mech that works for him.
On my way.
Just keep running, man. But if there's reinforcements, we're probably gonna trigger them, like, immediately.
Yes, Commander.
I see him. Ew. I'm definitely above it, but we're really close. And since it's 80 ton, it should be an initiative 1, so we might be able to take it out using Decker. A little bit of indirect fire, possibly. So let's...
I copy.
Whee! Hello there. He might actually take it out by himself, by accident, but I'm not gonna go for a precision strike. Nope.
Commander?
Don't think we have a large assortment of missiles in this lands. I don't think we have any long-range missiles in this lands. So we need to check if the Griffin can get up there. Other than that, we're gonna reserve first. The enemy does.
What do you need?
Punch up there. Alright. I get it. Well, Decker's good. Is a little bit exposed there, then. Maybe I should have actually precision strike this so I should try and kill it off. Because, well, not sure how well the general will fare against triple PPC fire. Guess we'll find out. So he didn't have that.
Orders.
So we're actually gonna jump jets here just for another evasion. Try and go to this side.
Copy that, Commander.
And then we're gonna scan, so that we hopefully have something to shoot at soon. Actually, we can't scan anything because they're not in range. God damn it. Well, I guess we're gonna scan that Shrek again, just because. Doubt anyone other than the general will get shot at this turn anyway. Maybe that vehicle moves in. Apparently, I should have reserved more. My apologies. Haven't been able to make much use of reserving in the past few dozen missions, so I need to get used to it again.
Yes, Commander.
I'm gonna go as close as you can.
Up high.
Oh, apparently I was wrong. The Griffin got itself shot at, but not much happened with 4 evasion pips. But a head hit. Okay, sure.
Gonna need a medic.
Aye, aye.
It doesn't help much other than evasion pips. But even from here, we don't have anything other than the large laser that we can shoot with. All right.
We'll go. Target
Regardless. So let's pray for the general now, though. Hey! All speed works, apparently. Also, it was at less than minimum range of the PPC, which results in additional problems. So, your right side is pretty open. Question is, do we want to shoot or do we want to melee this? I think we actually want to melee this, to be honest. Want to try and attack the right side of it. Front would be not okay. Actually, I believe we have to shoot it. Even that might not be enough. So we're gonna precision strike this time. We're gonna precision strike this time.
Giving him everything I've got.
Alright.
One for the scrap heap.
Okay.
Standing by.
There's no reason to move you. Let's try and take out that SRM carrier.
Receiving you.
Bulwarks, so just stay where you are.
Acknowledged.
Oh, the large laser hit the same segment that the other large laser hit.
Vehicle destroyed.
And then we're gonna reserve though.
I've got eyes on hostile reading.
Yay, we're getting flanked.
Heading your way.
I wasn't surprised. Thankfully, on our far left is the general who can probably just storm over in like 2 turns, probably. So no problem there. We're gonna reserve some more though. So, now, how do we want to deal with this?
Yes, Commander.
Could jump on top here. Get cover, be able to shoot at it. Question is how we want to deal with that vehicle over there. But I think we'll try and just deal with the vehicles from the original lands now. Reinforcements will still take a little bit of time before they get here, so let's mop up the rest. Oh, you don't have increased heating tolerance, increased tolerance to overheating. That's a thing to know. However, just one of the AC-20s hits, it's just dead anyway, so there's really no reason to shoot the medium lasers. Technically, just shooting with one should also suffice, but you know, they might miss and all, so not gonna. Yes. Not sure what Mockingbird is doing this turn then, but let's kill it.
Target locked.
Oh, both hit.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Commander?
Wow. I think letting them come to us would be best. Way they might also be split by speed and weight class, you know? See what else they have in store there. So let's just run. Shoot. Apparently this controller needs more jump jets. Because right now the jump jets aren't doing much. I mean, technically she can sensor lock, but we just didn't have any good opportunity for that in this mission yet. Just saying that technically there is a plan behind all this. Might not be the greatest, but We're again gonna reserve, let that vehicle come to us, so that we don't need to overstretch our lines. You know, this is a little bit different than just, you know, standing with your whole lance of swords and basically one space and just shoot the enemy down, you know. Here we have mobility, we need to maneuver around, you know. I think this is a little bit more exciting than the other thing. But if you disagree, let me know. Bulldog. Alright, let's try and deal with that one.
Damage minimal.
Alright.
Orders?
Decker, can you reach that? And? Fine. Scan, but really it's not really not that necessary, I think. Should just try and get into a position where we can maybe do something interesting next turn. Yeah. Run, baby, run.
Yes, Commander.
Think you can continue working on that guy. In start, no one has shot at that guy yet. But I don't think we're gonna engage the reinforcements this turn.
Waiting for order.
You do anything here? Oh, we can spot, which we don't really need. Let's sensor lock again. Could also sensor lock one of these guys so the Atlas can maybe stay low, you know?
What do you need?
That is assuming the Bulldog is, you know, taken care of. So let's try and do. I don't know, no Optimus. No, maybe increase the chance a bit. Slightly better. The our turn before the Bulldog if we don't, you know, pass through it again. Reserve, I mean. Work.
Vehicle trashed.
So, Mockingbird. We're trying to set you up in a flanking position at some point. So... move here, we would be out in the open, but we could correct it if we think she's threatened and should be close enough for scan. Also, they should be pretty preoccupied with the Atlas. So... go here. Pencil lock, our first one, what do we have here? Another 65, of course. We have to face off against the Lance of 65. Thunderbolts?
Got a lock.
Actually, that one is a catapult. Alright.
Commander?
So we could use a large laser from here. However... we could also use AC-20s from there. I like that a little bit more. Here? From here. That more, because we would be setting up the flank a little bit better than if we were to go there. Let's.
Copy that.
So I could maybe just shoot with one AC-20 or I'll go all out on it. I think I'm actually gonna go all out on it, to be honest, because 70%... not the biggest fan of 70%. So either 70% for 120 or various percentages for 60, 115. Actually not adding up to that much. This could just miss totally, but you know, I'm gonna try regardless. Just that generate all the heat. Without that one, not quite as much. Let's for the heat for now. Let's just
Roger that.
all right.
Commander?
So you would be able to shoot from here. We don't have full cover there though. What I don't like about this. I think we want to do something regardless. Also gonna give you vigilance.
Rolling.
We don't have breaching shots, so it doesn't matter. So they're all 65, but apparently they're different. So there's a catapult, the Jaeger, probably that one is a Thunderbolt then or something, I don't know.
Good to go.
See? Thing, jump, not quite either, but sprinting. Sprinting gets us almost to where we want to go. Probably don't want to be visible like, already though. Probably gonna run in there next turn. Well, let's actually just...
Roger. Full speed.
You have horrible aim, man. An Atlas. Can't hit that, you know?
Ready for orders.
So, you're kind of the one guy who doesn't get in. Gonna sprint this turn, and the next turn you can also help out. The other possibility would have been to let them come toward us further. What I didn't like about that was that here we would have pretty much open ground, and why they would have some cover here. If we can use the cover on our side, but kind of let them run in here, then we would be at an advantage. And if we were to stay here, we would have A, had to wait, which is a little bit boring, and B, they would have to play around all the cover that's going on here. So the question is, which direction do you... And the Atlas. Atlas.
On the move. Full speed.
It was a little bit out of position too, but you know, Griffin is not quite as slow as an Atlas, so being a little bit out of position is not something that you're gonna lose much turns over. Do you want to shoot that Jenner? Well, whatever floats your boat, man. Well, there's one who can hit an Atlas. Congratulations, man.
Barely hit, Commander.
Managed to get through the basic combat training of going online.
Awaiting orders.
Rats. So, gonna stay right here. She has bulwark and everything. Catapult doesn't have guarded anymore, so we should be able to. Well, probably not entirely kill it, but we will have issues after this turn, so let's... Also the launch laser? Oh, why not?
Roger that.
God damn it! $55 and 65%. I should have made this a little bit better. I should have optimized this a little bit differently. Let the Centurion shoot first, so that the chance to miss with the Atlas is less. My bad. Continue to shoot at that catapult now.
Acknowledge.
So, Decker,
Commander,
want to run in there and live a dangerous life, or do we want to, you know, just skirt the edge and take shots when we can? I think living dangerous sounds good enough. Almost still near pristine. Probably jump for additional evasion. The next turn we might even be able to, you know, stab him in the back.
on it.
That's a Jägermech too, okay. Hello, Thunderbolt. And FNG.
I'm here.
That's close enough and has cover. Also, you have multi-shot and breaching shot, so we might also just fire on the catapult with the SRMs to knock it down, and then use the large laser on, I guess, the Jägermech over there, because it has some cover at the moment.
Taking the shot.
Apparently they decided hitting the Generals too hard, so they just try to hit the Atlas.
Taking minimal damage.
I understand. I've been there.
Standing by.
Well, potshots at the catapult to most likely kill it. She also needs to cool off a little bit, so let's just finish off the catapult. So 2 times 70% times 90% should work out, right? We only need 1 to hit, but we're firing both just to make sure.
Affirmative. One less target.
Ready for orders.
So we're running into heating issues at the moment. Let's also use the jump jets. And then we'll get started on the Jaeger, I think.
Copy that.
He said we didn't run into overheating issues yet. My mistake.
Locked on.
Standing by. I'm there.
Let's move to offer them a different target to shoot at. If they see that the Centurion doesn't have guarded, maybe they want to shoot at the Centurion instead. We have a slightly better angle from here.
Taking the shot.
So where do you want to go? We want to go move up even further, so we're going to be totally surrounded. Equally weird choice.
Orders. All weapons are go.
It's okay. I'm not counting injuries because I have no intention to, you know, salvage any of those. I think I actually removed the salvage for this mission to just one piece that I can pick. Oh. There's really no reason to make any pretty kills or something.
Damage.
Unless, you know, we randomly do it.
Commander.
Don't see that one. Real shame. We're gonna go and move on between them. Maybe not move so far that it can just melee. Gonna go here then. And a similar situation to what we already are. Good spot to, you know, multi-shot.
Confirmed.
Atlas will need vigilance though. So goes to B. To A.
Engaging multiple enemies.
Commander?
Convert, want to finish that guy off? Melee attack? Nah. You need to turn. Right? Right?
Rolling.
We shouldn't need the AC-20, so let's not fire with that.
Gotcha.
Enemy eliminated.
Achievement? What? Destroy an enemy mech with flamers. Because I shot the flamer?
Waiting for
Okay.
orders.
Interesting. It's the first time that I've been using flamers on a mech, I know. I was looking if I had a fire starter, but apparently if I ever had a fire starter, I sold it. So it would also be fun to, you know, try out fire starters instead of generals, and, you know, just experiment a little. That's what this whole post-game thing is about, you know, experiment with things that we haven't seen that much, because the game kind of didn't enforce it, in my opinion. So just gonna move this time.
Roger that. Copy that.
Life is off.
Forward a critical hit. Standing by.
Continue wrecking it.
Here it comes.
Apex can probably kill it.
Yes, Commander.
Could also stomp on it, but it's not gonna be enough. So let's unload. Well, that thing's dead. Okay.
Enemy down.
Let's let them come on. Let's just stuff and go home.
Mission successful.
Oh yeah, that was a little bit. That was a little bit more fun than the last one, I think. I mean, we faced off against what, couple of vehicles and like 65-ton mechs, but you know, we didn't bring that much weight with us. I think the enemy reinforcements had like 195. Then the vehicles also had quite a bit, so the enemy outweighed us heavily. But still, you know, we just brushed through it and said, you know, what up? It's a Jenner. Do you do like Jenners? I do. Actually, were 4 vehicles, but I think the vehicles had reduced armor because they were full lands for difficulty 3 mission. So this is how the game just tries to balance it. If it decides, you know, give you a full lance, but then they have less armor, so you can kill them easier, which especially with vehicles is kind of a bigger deal, because then you can just insta kill it with a lot of guns, like large lasers, for instance. I think one of the more underappreciated guns against vehicles, because at some point they can just, you know, insta kill vehicles instead of like medium lasers who could not do that, and because of how the damage is always spread, might just, you know, kill multiple segments at the same time, whereas a large laser might just down the vehicle if 2 shots just land in the same area. So that's why long-winded speech of saying, you know, large lasers, they can do some work, you know. Anyway, yeah, that was hilarious, I think. Another K2 or another or another Jaeger 6 or accuracy medium laser. SRM plus damage. I was actually looking for an SRM4 with damage, which is the main reason why the General got an SRM6 instead of a 4, because I didn't have an upgraded SRM4. Tough choice. I don't think I need another K2. No. Because I believe I still have that K2. Also, SRM6 plus damage and stuff. I think I'm gonna take the SRM4 plus because I don't have any SRM4s, so that way I have more flexibility for the future. Alright. Instead of salvage, I got more reputation with Marek. I'm kind of working on towards, you know, if I don't have any real goals in this game other than, you know, keep the company afloat, which with difficulty 3 missions we're probably not gonna be able to, because, you know, we like go through a mill of cash every month just by doing nothing, and this contract gave us like half of that, but took like over a month to just get there. Hopefully we'll get more contracts and then we'll just keep afloat, or randomly we have to just go somewhere else, you know, where the big bucks are, but also the big mechs, so we also need to bring more firepower. New Holovitz. Argo's current budget includes the line item for crew entertainment. I believe we already had that. Let's just schedule a regular Holovitz night in the lounge. Oh, Bearclaw against High Spirit and Succubus against Low Spirits. Yeah, I know. I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware how that works. Anyway, do we have any contracts here now? 4. And we already have pretty decent reputation with the Capellans. That much reason for me to go there. However, if I just randomly go somewhere, normally I thought, you know, just randomly going somewhere gives you at least 1 contract in the system, but apparently I was wrong, because as I said, the first time I came here I didn't really get anything, and then I went to Bellerophon, I believe, and got the contract in Detroit. So, yeah, not sure. But the game is really trying its best to you know, give me really challenging contracts, which I actually don't want. I guess though difficulty 4 would technically be okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take that one. The next episode. Assassinate. I haven't done assassinations in a while. Also, probably this contract is also gonna be there. We're able to use almost full weight there, though. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna end up this episode right here. Let me know what you think about, this different format. Trying to deliberately gimp your lands by having your big tough Atlas plus, supports, basically. And we'll see more of that probably in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a good one.